With basically the whole of my first year online, it is finally time for my first week of medical school in person. This is my first time in a lecture theatre, first MedSoc event, and first time getting a true uni experience. So come along for one hectic week of getting lost, finding my feet, going out and settling back into life as a medical student. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. So I can't believe I'm actually vlogging this week. I'm so excited. This is my very first week of having medical school in person. It's currently Monday the 27th of September and it's my first week of second year, but the whole of last year was online, whereas so much is actually in person, so it's going to be so different and I'm so excited to bring you all along. If you do like the sound of today's video, then please remember to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, I would love if you join the family and subscribe. We have all things medicine, uni, lifestyle. There really is just something for everyone. It's currently actually 7:45 and I have my first 9 AM today. I got up at 7, thought I'd make a little bit of an effort, did my whole morning routine. I still need to go and get some breakfast and I have a tiny little bit of prep that I want to finish off before the 9 AM. And then we are heading into the medical school to sit in a lecture hall for my first time. I've actually never been in this lecture hall, so I feel like I'm going to get lost in the whole building. I can literally count on one hand how many times I've had to sing in person at the medical school, so I'm so excited and it's just going to be such a different experience. I feel like I haven't even started medical school. I have my lunch already prepared. I got really organised for the week yesterday and we're just going to pack up my rucksack. I feel like it's my first day back at school. I then got all changed and ready to go, and of course got a little first day photo before heading downstairs and getting my overnight oats. I just pop these in the microwave and prepare them the night before, which makes breakfast so easy, and top them with some bananas and strawberries, and this is just my go-to breakfast. I love it so much, before grabbing myself a coffee and heading off to the medical school. I then just found a seat in the cafe and did a little bit of prep work for our small group teaching later before heading off to our first live lecture all together as a year. It was so strange to think this was the first time we'd all been in a lecture hall together, but so nice to see so many new faces before getting on with some of the pre-recorded lectures and then heading off to my small group teaching. I just had my first in-person SGT, which was so weird to have everyone all in the same room, no breakout rooms, which I was so happy about. It's been really nice actually to see everyone's faces. I'm gonna go back to the library, do the rest of my work, but yeah, I'm having such a nice time actually in the medical school. I then headed back to the library and of course set my forest timer to help me stay focused and got on with the rest of my health and services module pre-recorded lectures before grabbing myself some lunch and heading back to one of the introductory lectures again as a whole year, which was just so weird to have everyone all in one space. I then headed back to the library again to get on with the rest of my work for the rest of the afternoon. I have just got back in from my first day of uni in person. I'm still in shock of how different this year feels to last year. It was so weird to see actual faces and have things in 3D and not 2D on the screen. I have to say I did find it a little bit overwhelming. So we had 2 full year introduction lectures and 1 SGT, and then I have a load of pre-recorded lectures that I still need to watch. They've given us like a rough timetable of what days we need to do what modules. At some point this week I will properly explain my modules, but right now I need to get on with some more pre-recorded lectures because I have quite a lot still to do today. In terms of seeing everyone, it was so nice, but I really feel like I'm a fresher finding my feet again. I don't know my way around the building. I really don't know most of my year. Everything seems a little bit scary, and I was just on the phone to my mum on the way back just saying that I am finding it all quite overwhelming, but I think a little bit of it might just be first day nerves. It does feel like the first day back at school. However, it was so nice to have some things in person. What they're doing is pre-recording most of the lectures and then having a small group teaching, a pro section, CBM, things like that in person. So there's so much more in person this year, but they thought having the pre-recorded lectures did actually work really well, and I would agree with that. So we're going to get on with some more of them now, and then we're going to get something for dinner. And then very tired me tried to get on with the rest of my lectures and making flashcards from my pre-recorded lectures, but I really was very tired and it did take me a very long time until I finally gave up. I didn't finish my hour on Forest, which I'm really annoyed about. I've just had a really hard day. I think my brain is just still easing back into everything and I'm really tired. I really need a good night's sleep, and also the Wi-Fi is just cut out. It keeps doing this. I was trying to sort it all afresh this week, and the maintenance person for the company that we got the house with has been here a couple of times and said that he fixed it, but it's just cut out again. So I'm going to get on the phone to try and sort it out. Then to moan again, this week I really wanted to go to the gym, but this is the current state of my ankle. I've just got a little ice pack on it. I've also brought myself a little ankle support. So I'm really hoping it gets better, because at the moment it's absolutely killing, to the point where I don't even think I can do yoga, and let alone go to the gym. But I feel like that is enough moaning. I think I'm going to go and get some dinner and just get my head a little bit more organised with everything going on. I think today's just been a little bit of a shock. I need some time to adjust. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I'm going to have a chilled night, get a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow it's going to feel so much better. It's now actually 10 o'clock. I've just been sat here getting my life together and getting organised for tomorrow. I was also just having a little look through the MedSoc guide to first year. It has so many helpful tips. So if anyone is a first year at Birmingham, I would really recommend this. They've all done such an amazing job. I was basically seeing whether I could get any tips, just because life is literally so different at uni this year. I can't get over how different it feels, and it is so exciting, but it's definitely going to take me a tiny little bit of getting used to. I feel like I'm very new to a lot of it. I'm going to try and do some yoga to just calm down, and then get an early night ready to go again tomorrow. I've made a really big effort this year to just leave 15 minutes to wake up more mindfully, and what I like to do is spend 5 minutes writing in my gratitude journal before doing a 5-minute positive affirmation sequence, before popping on a tiny little bit of makeup to look more alive, and then getting ready to go. Good morning everyone. So it's now Tuesday and I'm heading back into the medical school again. I'm just about to go and get some breakfast before I get out of the door. I really enjoyed working in the medical school yesterday. I want to keep my bedroom as more of a YouTube and like a nice cozy space, and then have the medical school as my working space. Today we have a couple more of the in-person introduction lectures, and then we also have PAS, which is personal and academic skills, which was basically like making a presentation and presenting it last year, but I'm not sure what it's going to be this year. So we have the introduction and first session of that. You're going to get very bored of seeing the exact same bowl of porridge, but I do mix it up between chocolate and vanilla, but I very much am a creature of habit, and for me, nothing beats starting the day with a bowl of porridge. I then headed off to the medical school and did an hour of my Anki flashcards, which I've liked to do every morning and just repeat the stuff that I'd learned in the lectures the day before. I then headed off to meet my M group to get on with our personal and academic skills module for the day.
She doesn't consent it, she encourages it. Yeah.
So I'm just sat with my M group. We're doing our PAS day. We're doing our project on vegetarian diets. So we're doing our poster now. I'm going to go to the library to finish it off and then grab some lunch. I then headed down to the Med Cafe to sit with some friends and have lunch. I had my meal prepped tofu, quinoa and chickpea salad, which was so good, before heading back to the library and getting on with my poster. We decided to do our project on what to feed your vegetarian infant, which was really interesting to research and put together. After finishing that and submitting it as a group, I then got on with some more pre-recorded lectures for my immunology module, which was supposed to be the next day, but I wanted to try and get on top of them whilst I could. It is now actually 7 o'clock and I just got back from a very wet walk home from the medical school. It is literally throwing it down out there. I did have a very long day, but a really good day today. I actually had such a nice time in the medical school. It makes a huge difference spending the whole day there and then coming home and knowing you've finished all your work. I've now finished the work for my health module for the week and done my flashcards, and I've also done a lot of my immunology module, because tomorrow evening we have the HOP, which is this massive MedSoc thing where you go from one club to another club. It's dress up for the second years and old years, and the freshers wear shirts, so it's like a big deal at our medical school. On the way back I actually popped into Aldi to get this little cereal box. I'm going as Scooby-Doo, so I want to decorate this so it says Scooby Snacks, because the rest of my outfit is basically just going to be brown, so I thought I need to at least attempt to do something. So I'm going to decorate this tonight, print off some stuff and stick it all on here. Also, another exciting thing that I got today is my MedSoc fleece. Now, I actually ordered this last year, but I completely forgot to go and pick it up, so it was a really nice surprise to actually go and get this. It's just black and then it's got the Birmingham MedSoc logo on, so I'm going to be wearing this so much. It's so cozy And yeah, I just feel really positive today, a lot better than yesterday, and I just think sometimes it takes me a little while to adapt to change, and I'm really starting to get used to it now. For dinner, I had this bowl of pasta with this pre-prepared sauce that I made at the weekend. I really am just a bit lazy and like to stick to the same meals during the week. I then decorated my Scooby box before heading to bed and doing an evening meditation before finally going to sleep. Good morning everyone. So it is now Wednesday and I was going to work from this little desk at home. However, I've woken up and I literally feel like I can't do it. I've really been enjoying this year separating my workspace from my sleep and like calm space. I think because I spent so much time working from my desk at home during the lockdowns, I'm really just making the most out of getting to the library. But I thought we would get a change of scenery, so I think I'm going to head over to the main uni library. We actually don't have any lectures scheduled today. It's all self-directed learning and pre-recorded lectures, so I'm going to try and get as much done as possible. I want to finish my immunology module and also get started on my cardiovascular module because, like I said, tonight is a hop, so I have a feeling I'm probably going to be very tired tomorrow. Shock horror for breakfast, I had a big bowl of porridge and a coffee before heading off to the main campus. I sat at one of my favourite spots in the main library, which is on the top floor, and it actually looks out onto the whole of the green space at Birmingham University. And on such a gorgeous day, I just felt so lucky to go to such a stunning uni. I then got on with an hour of my Anki flashcards from the day before grabbing another coffee and getting on with writing my Anki flashcards for my immunology and cardiovascular module before grabbing a very chilly spot outside to have some lunch, but I wanted to make the most of the nice weather. I then spent the rest of the afternoon catching up on some regional anatomy, which is a side module that we do, and I do find this quite difficult and takes quite a lot of motivation, so I set my forest timer, had a change of scenery and spent the rest of the afternoon here. Now actually just after 5 and I've just got back in from the post office. I walked back from the library to find that the postman actually didn't deliver my parcel because no one was in and he took it to the delivery point. So then I had to drive to the delivery point, get my parcel, but very fortunately it was there. I had to look for ages and I had a moment of fear that I wasn't going to get it in time, but we have my tail, we have my ears, the whole costume is definitely coming together. I'm going to wait and show you later, but I need to do some more YouTube editing to make sure this video is out for tomorrow, and then start getting ready to go out and dress up as Scooby-Doo. Just eaten and gotten all ready to go to the hop. I'm in my Scooby-Doo outfit. I am so excited. There's literally nothing I love more than fancy dress, and I love this outfit. I feel a bit self-conscious with my hair tied up because I never do it. I don't know about any other girls out there, but when I tie my hair up, I feel really bare without it all down me. But I am really happy with how the Scooby-Doo outfit has come together. I'll show you the whole thing in a minute. I really do just need to run out of the door to go to one of my friend's houses for pre-drinks, who's also doing medicine. I think there's a load of medics there, and then we're all going on to the club together. This is like all of the years of medicine, and they've actually hired out 2 floors of Prism, and then we're going on to Olivia's, which is actually now at Players. So 2 clubs in one night. Hopefully it's not going to be too late, just because it's a weekday. I'm going out on a school day, guys. It feels really bizarre, but I think we're in for a really good night. It's the first main whole MedSoc event. I'm very excited, a little bit nervous because big events like this at the moment do seem to be making me a little bit nervous. I think it's a lockdown thing, but every time I go I still have an amazing time. I just get a bit nervous beforehand. Anyway, enough of that. I just have on this brown top with my brown jeans and boots, and then the exciting part is my tail and then also my ears. I did want to try and get a little blue collar from Pets at Home or something, but I just didn't have enough time. But here is my finished packet of Scooby snacks, which I'm just going to hold round. It actually still has cereal in, so I'm thinking if people get hungry, I'm literally going to go around giving out Scooby snacks. I'm obviously not going to take my camera because I really don't trust myself. I might take a few clips on my phone, but if not, I shall see you all in the morning. After pranks, we all headed on the train to Prism, and I had no idea, but it's a huge tradition at MedSoc that the freshers have to wear white t-shirts, and we all rip them. So after this, we headed on to the next club for a whole night of dancing and so much fun. Good morning everyone. So it is now Thursday and it's actually 10:30, which is quite late for me. However, I did have a very silly late night last night. I didn't actually get in till 3:30, but I was having such a good time. The hop was really fun. It was so nice to meet so many medics, and I actually met so many people that watch my videos, which was so lovely, but also really weird to me because I started this channel in lockdown. I'm really not used to meeting people that watch my videos, so I'm really sorry if I was awkward at all, but it was so nice to meet so many faces. Today I'm actually going to go to the medical school again. I need to get out of here because if I'm in here all day, I know I'm not going to get any work done. After some breakfast, I then headed off to the medical school where the Forest app was very needed today to keep me focused. I got on with my cardiovascular module, which I had some pre-recorded lectures to watch, as well as some live sessions and some prep work to do. I then stopped for, yes, another coffee and some lunch, had a little break before getting on with some more work for the afternoon. After a full day of working in the medical school, I then treated myself to go and get my eyebrows done in the most stunning salon in Harborne called Limes. They were all so lovely there and I really couldn't recommend them anymore. We've just been in the kitchen having a lovely conversation for 3 hours with the maintenance
3
guy.
hours actually.
He's actually, but the positive news is he's fixed the Wi-Fi.
Well, let's hope.
Apparently we have
Temporarily,
Wi-Fi.
maybe.
So it's now actually 9:30. I feel like I've hardly vlogged anything today, but it's been a little bit chaotic and I've also been very tired. We were sat sorting the Wi-Fi out for ages in the kitchen. Fortunately, we do now have working Wi-Fi. It's been driving me mad not being able to use the Wi-Fi, but it's officially up and running. I'm going to have a shower and then have a very chilled night, probably put on a movie and then get up early to go again for another full day tomorrow. We have our first anatomy practical tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, shower, movie, bed, sleep. Friday started the same as any other, of course, with a big bowl of porridge. No morning is complete without one, don't tell me otherwise. I then headed off with my housemate Emily to the medical school for a full day of work. I needed to do an hour of my flashcards. I then got on with some prep for my anatomy practical and also completed my renal module for the day. After having my meal prepped salad for lunch, I then got on with a little bit more anatomy just because I really do like to consolidate this before heading off to go to my anatomy practical. Getting very lost as I really don't know this building at all, I then headed home. It's been the first day back of doing anatomy. We did the urinary system, then we had our first in-person SGT. These have been on Zoom for anatomy the whole of last year, so it's the first one we actually did in these rooms, and you can't record anything because of the Human Tissue Act, which I wouldn't know anything about because I've never seen these rooms before and it took me so long to actually find them, but it was so much nicer to have it in person. It made a huge difference and it went a lot faster, let's just put it like that. So that was really fun. I've now come back, it's actually nearly 7 and I should be going to hockey, but my ankle is still absolutely killing me. To be honest, I think I'm going to sit and do some exercises to see whether I can do anything to improve it. I love doing workouts or doing sport or doing something, and I've been able to do nothing this week. So if you think that I've been very stationary and not active for me, it's because of my ankle. Instead tonight I'm just going to have a very chilled one, try and get a good night's sleep because I've still got some work that I want to do tomorrow morning. And then also we have a really lovely weekend plan. My family are actually coming to see me for lunch tomorrow and we're off out in the evening and loads of exciting plans which I'm so excited for. So I want to get a good night's sleep tonight so we can make the most out of our weekend. Saturday started with, yes, a bowl of porridge, and then I got on with some work before heading off to get my very broken nails fixed. Good morning everyone. So it's now Saturday and I've just got back from getting my nails done. I broke so many nails and I normally go to my nail lady at home, but I need to find somewhere in Selly Oak. So I went to Sunny Nails and they did such an amazing job there. I'm so happy. I just went with little French tips. Today I actually need to try and get on with a whole load of work. I have a lot of catch-up work that I just didn't get done in the week. I know, 1 week in and we've already got work to do at the weekend. There's just so much with medicine that you never feel like you've got it done. I was feeling a little bit stressed about it last night, so I'm just going to try and use as much as today as possible to get on top of that. And then I also want to get some editing done for this week's video as well. And then really excitingly, my sister and my family are coming for lunch, so they're picking me up and we're actually going to the Plough in Harborne, which is one of my favourite restaurants. I love it. And then I'm going out with Daisy this evening, so we have a very full-on day. I then went for lunch with my family at the Plough in Harborne. It was so lovely to see them all, and I also just love this restaurant. It is definitely one of my favourites that I found in Birmingham. The food is incredible, the place is so pretty, they're so accommodating and everyone is so friendly, so we had such a nice time here. then came home, did a little bit of editing and a little bit more work, and then obviously got ready. I'm all changed, ready to go out with Daisy. It's actually 9 o'clock and we're going to go for drinks, I think, at B at 1, and then we're going to Bamboo to see Be Young. I'll quickly show you what I'm wearing and then we are heading out to the bar. We were actually really not sure where to go for drinks, and if anybody lives near Birmingham or has any recommendations, I would love to know where you think is good. We want somewhere kind of lively, which is why we're going at B at 1. So hopefully it's going to be a really good night. I'll vlog as much as possible. Anyway, let's get going. I'm already late, a classic Anna. Just wearing this little dress, which is just from Polly, and then I have my little strappy shoes on. My ankle is still killing me, and it's the first time I've actually worn heels since spraining it, so hopefully I'm going to be able to last the whole night. After quite a late start, I then got on with meal prepping for the week ahead. I really like to use Sundays to get organised, so I did my food shop and got all my lunches ready for the week. I then did a little bit of cleaning, grabbed a coffee before getting ready to head out to see my friends. Good morning everyone. So I can't believe how quickly the weekend has gone, but it's now Sunday. Me and Daisy had such a good time last night. The club was really good, and we actually went to this bar called Flight Club, which I would really recommend. They had like really old school music and it was decorated all nicely. However, one thing I do slightly miss from lockdown is not getting in at 5 AM. It was a very late night. Although I did get a good night's sleep, I've now just gotten up and done all of my cooking for the week, so we're really organised, and I'm about to head off to go and see two of my best friends from home. I'm so excited. One of them lives in London and she was up for the weekend, and the other one doesn't actually live too far away at all. These are my best friends from school and I'm just so excited to go and see them. It's going to be really nice to get some familiar faces. We're going into Moseley to grab some like brunch, lunch. Just got back from lunch with Lucy and Alex and it was so lovely to see them. Sometimes exactly what you need is a familiar face and just to fill them in on how I'm finding everything, and I feel so much better after seeing them. I'm just going to spend the rest of the day doing a little bit of editing. I also need to watch a couple of lectures before tomorrow, so I'm going to end the vlog here, but I really hope you did enjoy coming along for the first week of medical school. It's been a bit of me just settling back into everything, getting used to it. It's been a very full-on week, but if you did enjoy it then please remember to give it a big thumbs up so I know that you like it, and also so that I know to make more vlogs. I love vlogging, but I want to make sure that I'm making exactly the content you want to see. But have an amazing week and I'll see you all so soon in my next video. Bye!